Hey, what is going on, crypto people? Big milestone. There's now more XRP live as FXRP on Flare than Coinbase's cbXRP on Coinbase. That's not just a number. It's a liquidity migration towards programmability, yield, and on-chain credit. Tonight, we'll unpack why 20 million FXRP matters, what it could unlock next, and how to position before the next integrations land. We're going to get into it. Listen, happy Talk That Talk Thursday to each and every one of you. What an exciting time to be an early adopter in this new asset class that is the digital asset space. You and I, my friends, we're playing a game that 99.99% of the masses, they don't even know is being played. And we are winning, my friends. We are winning. Happy Talk That Talk Thursday. Yeah, it's Thursday night football tonight. My boys are going up against it. We'll see what happens. Mr. Football probably will check in as well tonight. Yeah, big game, fam, big thing. Listen, 20 million FXRP is now 20 million FXRP has been minted on Flare, which is greater than cbXRP, which is Coinbase's XRP. We've done this. We've succeeded and exceeded Coinbase's numbers in a matter of days. In a matter of days. Coinbase is just under 17 million XRP, cbXRP, like 16.89. And we're at 20 million. It's just the beginning. It's just the beginning, fam. That is absolutely outstanding stuff. It's great news. It's great news for sure. Got to tell you, it's great news. Excited for you guys. Appreciate you guys checking in. I know the market's going a little something, but that's it. The market's just doing what it does. The market is just doing the market does. What can we do? We got to continue to strengthen our resolve through it all. It is what it is. Firelight had a great post on X. They actually did a Q&A. Drop your questions here. We'll answer them right here in the thread. I thought that was awesome ahead of the launch. That was smart and awesome. We're going to go over those questions that people were asking and see how Firelight answered them. That's going to be really, really good for sure. But let's celebrate 20 million FXRP minted. 20 million. I don't know, 60 million or so dollars, I guess. I know XRP is $2.80 something cents right now. So what a milestone. I know I had a little bit of lagging in terms of actually seeing the FXRP in your wallets. Flare addressed that as well. So the speed slowed down, but the resilience of the bridge still very much intact. So that was a great opportunity for them to see kind of what happened there. And I know I meant it earlier today. I didn't even, I just meant it and said, cool, thank you. I just went over to the thing like right before we went live and said your FXRP is available in your wallet to see in your wallet. I didn't even know, man. I just wanted to mint. I just wanted to participate. I didn't even know. So it was just interesting. It was interesting to see that. So what's going on there in H? How are you, my friend? Yeah, life is good, man. 20 million XRP minute. That is absolutely outstanding. Lots of things for people to do with the FXRP. We got an entertaining XRP, entertaining content creator participating. posting when he's minting. Asking what to do with this FXRP now that it's minted. This is a good start for the young man. It's a good start for the young man. Good to see. Good to see. So Pookie's in the building. What's going on, Pookie? How are you, my friend? How are you? Yeah, 20 million FXP. That cap reached again. New cap reached in 3 hours. Pretty cool. The appetite, the thirst to be able to do things with the idle and dormant XRP is very, very evident. It's obvious. It's clear. It's all get up. Institutions still not here yet. Institutions are saying, yeah, we'll come see you at 100 mil. So this is retail. Retail wanting to do something with their XRP. That's a big deal. Shout out to the XRP holders. Theo in A says, I'm feeling minty, bro. Yeah, I hear you, my guy. I hear you. Yeah, it went quick. Pokey. That mint, I'm telling you. It went real quick. I thought I was up and about at about 8 something this morning, and I was like, man, I probably missed it. But Central Time, 8 something Central Time, but I did manage to get another mint in. So that is cool. Absolutely cool to see things are going good. What should we cover? Let's go over the Q&A from Firelight. A lot of people waiting for Firelight to come so they can do some things with their XRP. And I'm sure it's probably going to be mainly just staking some of their XRP. Sure. XRP holders like to have a name that they feel like they can go back to if something goes wrong. So Firelight is going to be a good product for a lot of XRP holders. I can't wait to use Firelight. I cannot wait. I'm a DeFi person though. You know, my main thing is DeFi. Give me the cash flow, baby. Give me the cash flow. So let's go over this Q&A real quick. From Firelight. I thought it was genius that they did that. Jay Dell is in the building. What's going on, bro? Says CJ, I got my first batch of FXRP minted. Awesome. Congrats, bro. Congrats to you. Any idea what you plan on doing with some of that FXRP? Let us know in the chat. If we can help you out, let me know. This Firelight post again, Q&A, I thought this was pretty awesome. Hope I didn't click the wrong thing. There. So many good DeFi opportunities coming our way. Indeed, there's good DeFi opportunities happening right now, bro. Right now, there's DeFi opportunities available, my guy. Let's make sure I do this right. All right, do that. I'm gonna do sound just in case. Yeah. Jay Dells is in the camp of waiting for Firelight. I hear you, my guy. I hear you. It's coming. It's coming. All right. So this, I heard, speaking of Firelight, Jay Dell, I thought this was great. I can't remember how long ago they did this, maybe 4 or 5 days ago. Firelight put this out. If you want to follow Firelight team, highly recommend you do. It's at Firelight Fi. Only the F in Firelight is capital. At Firelight Fi, F-I. Follow them for sure. So you can get the updates when they go live, J Dell. As we gear up for the launch of Firelight, we're opening the floor to any questions that you may have. Drop them in the comments and we'll respond to each one. October 7th, someone said, I don't see Ledger in the Firelight wallet possibilities. I have minted FXRP with my Ledger. Can I use Firelight when it's launched? Firelight says, hi, please ignore the comments below. They're all bots. Yes, you can use Firelight with your minted FXRP. Head to this guide for more details on how to get started when we launch. And I think, anyway, they answered that question. That's good. All right. So another question says, when staking FXRP on your platform, where do the rewards come from? And what does your protocol do with our FXRP? How is Firelight benefiting from our staking and giving us rewards? Now, these are good questions. These are good questions. These are good questions. It's the typical questions. People already know what's in it for you. Why are you being, why are you providing a service for us? That type of deal, right? Firelight, hi, great question. Staked assets are deployed to provide economic guarantees with yield directly tied to protocol fees. So in phase 2, economically secured services pay rewards or fees to Firelight, which are then distributed to delegating stakers. Right. So remember, this Firelight's non-custodial, right? Right. It's non-custodial. So just understand that. So the question, what does the protocol do with our FXRP? All right. Another question. I have a lot to ask. Please answer the following before my assets all go in. Thank you. Unbonding and withdrawal delays. In the withdrawal process, what's the typical duration of the unbounding period? And does it vary based on network congestion or vault activity? For example, this is a long one. If I initiate a withdrawal, how is the ETA calculated? And what happens if it's delayed? Risk management in phase one. Beyond zero slashing risk in phase one, what other potential risks should users be aware of, such as smart contract vulnerabilities, oracle failures, or market volatility affecting stXRP? Have there been any third-party audits for the launch vault? See, these are good questions, but haven't been around for a while. These have been answered already, but let's see. Let me see, because that's a lot of questions, man. All right, so they Firelight covered each one. Firelight answered each one. It's 8 of them. Boy, and then lengthy. Hi, these are some great questions. First, you initiate the withdrawal by burning your liquid staking tokens. Then, after a cool down period, you can claim your underlying collateral. This cool down period will be approximately 48 hours, right? Which is for 95, 98% of staking and unbonding, it's generally 7 to 14 to actually some have 21-day unbonding. In fact, I don't know. I guess most is probably 14, but there are some with 21-day unbonding. So it's 48 hours is really good. All right. Great question for number 2. Although Firelight follows rigorous security practices, it's important to understand the potential risk involved before making any investment decisions. These range from smart contract risk, depegging risk, slashing risk. None of these things, the slashing risk, none in phase one, and Oracle related risk. 3. We wouldn't be able to give you a recommendation, but you could do your own research and decide how you'd want to deploy XRP. Okay, let me see what this number 3 question. All right, yield options. This question is asking what to do with their stXRP from Firelight. Once I have stXRP, which specific DeFi protocols on Flare are recommended for maximizing yields? And are there any partnerships or incentives planned for integrating stXRP into them? Right. So, sometimes you're going to get questions like this. This is from people they're not 10 toes deep in Flare's ecosystem like you or I, Pookie, right? They're on the outskirts. They check in every now and then to see what's going on, right? That type of deal, right? So you got to understand there are XRP holders like that, right? They may not be all in the crypto, right? So interesting question. So Pilot said, yeah, we can't give you any recommendations on what to do with that stXRP. Firelight points are points that participants receive in return for staking and secure the network. Generate Firelight points by maintaining stXRP in your wallet or deploying stXRP into specified DeFi protocols. The system will reward long-term ecosystem participation. More details will be shared. Number 5 is another great question. In summary, this evolution will introduce a sophisticated multi-vault architecture that enables flexibility for stakers while creating opportunities for economic security services to secure their DeFi apps. Head to this article for the full picture. Great. All right. Yes, there will be an analytics dashboard on which you'll be able to see helpful data to help you make better decisions. Yeah, so cool. All right. A lot of questions there. How do I convert from, this dude said birdsong. Sure, that was a typo. I'm sure I meant to say songbird. Can I already can I stake already minted FXRP Firelight? Yes, you can. Stake minted FXRP. And yeah, he asked what is bird song? That's good. All right. Another one. I have two wallets with FXRP, Bifrost and Ledger. Can I link both wallets to the same account? I don't think so. On Firelight, or will they be separate accounts? Each wallet operates as a separate account. I would recommend transferring your FXRP to a single wallet so that all of your activity is consolidated under one account. It's entirely up to you how you'd like to approach it, but please note that one wallet equals one account. All right, this is the last one I'm going to read. When minting FXRP, where does the FLR that gets locked up as collateral come from? Is it sourced from open market supply, from exchanges, et cetera, or is there a stockpile? Or is there a stockpile from Flare Network's own FLR waiting on the sidelines? In phase one, FLR is required for all network transaction fees, which is the gas fees, and FXRP is the primary collateral for our popular stXRP vault. And he still didn't understand the answer because he said that only answers half the question. Where will the FLR come from, right? So again, you get people that are not involved in the ecosystem, right? They answered the question. You need FLR for the transactions, right? And they're saying, where will the FLR come from? Like from you, bro. You have to have FLR for gas. Right. So like I don't want to get into their thread firelight like that. So but you see what I'm saying there, right? Yeah. The dude said that only answers half the question. Where will the FLR come from? And he's asking the minting thing. That's really right. That's really when minting FXRP. That's a Flare Networks question, right? It's not really Firelight's question, right? Right. So anyway, I thought this was awesome that they, had the kind of the patience and resolve to deal with the many questions that you get when you open yourself up to answering questions. So, they did a good job there. Guys, do me a favor, hit that like button. That'd be super awesome. You know how we do? We always like to have just as many likes as we got viewers in the stream. But did you understand what I'm saying? That the dude is asking about minting and from Firelight. You should be asking for minting from Flare Networks, right? So God bless Firelight for doing that. The Necro Cannon is in the building. Sup, my guy. Phase the nation. I lost 100 FXRP and no one to talk to or support didn't get my FXRP back. When did you lose that 100 FXRP? Phase it's a phase A, the nation. When did that happen? Was that today? Peter Summers, good point. Great point. Reach out to the agent you used on X. So whatever agent that you use, reach out to them on X with the transaction number ID. You will get it. Brother Crypto's in the building. What's up, my guy? Appreciate you checking in. Life is good. Life is good, Brother Crypto. Zed said it's looking forward to Firelight. Indeed. So are we all. That's right. Be careful in these DeFi streets. During the Songbird testing? Wow, that was a ways ago. That was a ways ago. But Peter Summers has a great recommendation. Definitely has a great recommendation. What's going on, Kojak 1931? How are you, bro? How are you? Neko Cannon says he likes Doppler. Nice. Nice. No one knows when Firelight's coming, relentless motion. Appreciate you checking in, my friend. No one knows. I don't know, a couple weeks, next week. I'm not sure. I know they wanted to give the system, the bridge and everything some time to mature, but I don't know what that looks like in terms of when it's happening. I'm not sure, but when that thing is going to happen. Hopefully soon. I know Hugo in the last space a few days ago was urging them uh to go live. So I'm not sure yet, but I'm sure they're testing it. Right, they're just talking about institutional grade type stuff, and they want to make sure that everything is smooth. Uh, for sure. Oh, nice. So, okay, that's good to know. Nekokana says yes, you still keep your XRP via the white paper according to for Doppler. That's good. Which is better than Midas, which you lose your assets indeed. Yep. Indeed, indeed. Midas is a no go for me in the crypto sieges home. No go for sure. So so there's that. Yeah, that would be the best thing to reach out to that the agent on X, uh Faze. That would be the best way to do it. If it was during the Songbird testing phase, hmm, yeah, you can try reaching out to the agent. That's the only thing I can see. So yeah. Anyway, that's the word on the street. 20 million gone. This question and answer. Let me find some stuff here on X to share. But that was a good back and forth for Firelight answering questions. I respect to Firelight team for doing that. That's not easy. That is not easy. Let's talk that talk Thursday. I don't know, man. There's some interesting stuff going over in the Tucker Carlson network. He's calling out. He's calling out the U.S. in a big time way in reference to, I mean, if I could say, the buildings and the planes crashing into the buildings. Yeah. So, Kinetics, this is some good news. I don't know if it's been reached again. The borrow caps for XRP and USDT zero and the FXRP USDT zero ISO market have just been raised. That was 6 hours ago, though. However, remember, newly raised borrow caps are typically quickly reached. So please be patient if you aren't able to borrow this time. XRP 5 continues to expand on Flare. Hashtag FLR. All right. Hugo says, okay, wow. Even with the minting being slow, this is 6 hours ago, the slow cap mint, even with minting being slow, the cap minted out in less than 3 hours. USA wins this round. Uh, that's pretty good. That is really, really good. Here's more. It's official. The 20 million XRP is now on Flare. But I love the fact that it's more than Coinbase. Leave it to Thanos to point this out. There was now more FXRP, which is 20 million XRP minted. It's more than Coinbase's cbXRP, which is at 16.89 XRP. That, my friends, is a big deal. That is a big, big deal. Think about that. In a matter of days, that happened. So they kind of addressed the kind of the slowing down of people kind of seeing that the minting process went through and showed up in your wallet. It says here, in short, minting is just slow, but it will happen. The FSS system is designed for resilience. Anyone can submit the proof for step 3. There's a 14-day window to confirm the minting. A dedicated service is now working through and finalizing all pending transactions. I saw mine right before we went live. We're actively cleaning up the backlog and improving executor performance to prevent this from happening again. Your XRP and FSRs are safe. Thank you for your patience as Flare completes the processing. So yeah, had a little bog down. They addressed it. I like it. And I think that's cool that they did that, right? Because, right, there's new stuff. It's going to be some challenges, and doing it in phases is smart. It's really, really smart. So yeah, there it is. That's good. Firelight is launching a Telegram channel. I am not a fan of Telegram. Uh, yeah, but a lot of people are. Lots, lots of people are fans. So 56 million in XRPs on Flare. I think that's what Hugo was saying. Almost 60 million in XRP on Flare, with most active in DeFi. It's really good. Just as a really good one, I think. Total value locked. Nice. Good deal. The value, I like the unique wallet addresses. There's been some graphs and charts about the unique wallets. I think it's over 23 or 2,400. So that shows the active participation of people doing things with their XRP. So I think that is awesome to see. I was shocked by it, but I'm pleasantly pleased. Pleasantly pleased. Kojak, our jobs really would be to collect FLR 3.5 to 7 days. Indeed. Indeed. J Dell, what are you doing for XRP? I'm in a liquidity pool. Well, I was in a liquidity pool. I exited FXRP USDT 0. And initial was lending on Kinetic with half of my FXRP, and the other half XRP I put into a liquidity pool. Let's look at the liquidity pool. For right now, I exited out of it, but I may go back. Let me go to Spark Dex. I may go back depending on. I was kind of really waiting a little bit more for Firelight to kind of get into its first week or two, then go back into that liquidity pool. But let's take a look at it together here. There's SparkDex.ai. Let me launch the app and connect. Then I'll share the screen with you guys. And I'm going to connect on Kinetic as well and show you guys. FLR price must be going down big time, huh? Let's see. Let me do this. And I'm going to connect to Kinetic as well. So just give me a minute, please. All right. Let me pull up Kinetic real quick. Hold on. Connect there and show you guys. All right. All right. All right. All right. Um, hmm. Did I? Hmm. Hmm. All right. All right. So what's going on here? What did I? Yeah. All right. Let me share. I th- Okay. Yeah, that's right. Okay. I thought it did something different. I didn't. All right. So let's take a look here. Over at SparkDex. Let's go to the farms, see what's going on. The farms change, APRs changes, rewards change. And when you're dealing with the DEX, right, different things can happen. Let's take a look at the FXRP USDT zero pool. It's at 74% APR, made up of 71% of it is RFLR. The fee is now up to 3%, which is basically a 3x from when it initially launched. So the fee's gone up. The fee reward has gone up here. So uh, I have to reevaluate that. So that's better than what it initially was. Okay. So here it is right here. Um, just a little DeFi 101 here. Do you want to check the TVL? Right. That's the first thing here. TVL is 1.59er million. Right. There's the reward makeup for a total of 74.71%. Now, again, this fee changed because it was less than 1% um, initially, and now it's 3.14% for the fee. Again, these things in numbers, they change, right? Um, and if you understand how the RFLR rewards works, right, you got to understand how that works to make an intelligent decision on entering this pool, right? So 1.5 million TVL. Let's check the 24-hour volume. How do you do that? You go over to analytics, go over to analytics here, and I'm trying to think. I got out of a pool. Huh. Yeah. Anyway. All right. So you go over to analytics. You go to V3. Don't stay on aggregated. Go to V3 right here in the top left. V3. That's the current DEX. And you see here it says tokens, analytics on the tokens, pools, and transactions. So go to pools. And here you can see the liquidity, the volume, 24-hour volume, 7-day volume, and the APR for the pool. You need both the liquidity or TVL and the 24-hour volume to make a better assessment in my view. So when I look at these numbers, 1.58 million 24-hour volume, I mean in liquidity. I'm sorry, 1.58 million in liquidity, 273,000 in the volume. The volume tells you the bigger picture on the interest, people being interested in getting into the pool. Okay. So this 24-hour volume, I'm talking about interest, excited, yeah, in and out, and loving getting in it, right? Uh, in relation, that's a low number. In relation, it's a low number. Um, It's 0.05%, which is one of the higher fee tiers, which is great. Most are 0.01. This is 0.05, 5 times better, right? So to enter and exit, well, you get paid. right? If you're providing liquidity for people entering and exit, so having 5 times higher is great. I would like to see this number being closer to 1 million, 1.5 million. So 700,000, 800,000 would be great, right? But most people are waiting for Firelight, right? That's what's going on. Most people waiting for Firelight. So that's that 74%. If you understand RFLRs, now uh, we teach in Flare DeFi and the Patreon that we like begin if you're a beginner 250,000 in liquidity. That far exceeds that, right? It's 1.58 million. But we also like the 24-hour volume to be very, very close to the TVL, right? Is that a game changer, a game breaker? No, no. But if you analyze these numbers, you can get an assessment. That's what we teach in the Flare DeFi, how to analyze these numbers to really evaluate um, each pool, right? How to evaluate each pool. So I got in this the early days. Um, it's a 3% on the fee now, so it's better. It's definitely better because it's part of the rewards is actual real yield, right? When I say real yield, it's right. The 3.15% that's yield, right? For being there, which is really good. Again, before it was less than 1%. So that's better for sure. I'm going to do a reevaluation of this, but that's better for sure. 71% in the RFLR, understand that's right. That's vested out over 12, right? 12 months, right? So you get the initial, then month 1, 2, 3, right? So just understand that. The RFLR rewards is for, in my opinion, and the way I put it, it's um, it's allowing the long-term holders to stand up and announce themselves, right? And it kind of shies away those who are here just trying to farm, do airdrop farming, who are not here to stay, who are not fully vested in the ecosystem. I love the concept that they did this with this RFLR. Love it. All right. So what I did, again, I got out of that pool early day, probably like a day and a half after I got in it. And I just lent more FXRP here on Kinetic, right? How you do that? Simple. You go right here to supply and borrow with the XRP. Don't do primary markets. It's not a primary market. It's an ISO market right here. FXRP, top left. You see it right there. Supply FXRP, and then you just hit the amount that is like, 10%, 7% of the FXRP, quarter percent, 50%, 75%. Really nice job. Really nice job. The way they got it there, and you would hit approve and supply to do that. Let's check out the market right now going on. That's my deal. If I yeah, all right. All right, so we got a total supply right now on Kinetic. That's good numbers. It's good numbers. 8.74 million FXRP. All right. You're just lending, right? It's not staking. That's a different thing. It's just lending. And you get earning 4.56% on that is very good, in my opinion. Very good. Not financial advice, but that's very good numbers. Okay. Okay. And they're paying you to borrow. You see, it says minus 2.3%. So that's essentially they're paying you to borrow. So that's good. Total borrow is 280,000 FXRP, which is in value $807,000. Total liquidity, there it is right there, 23.7 million. So that's great. Look, paying you 4 something percent to lend and paying you to borrow as well, essentially what minus 2.36% is. That's good. That's really, that's really good. So you're going to get the APY here for supplying. Um, you're essentially getting paid to borrow as well. You're going to get RFLR for participating in lending and borrowing, or just lending as well. That's hard to beat. That is hard to beat right there. Uh, For sure. That's hard. That's hard to beat, baby. That's hard to beat. Now, remember the borrow APY. These APYs are, yeah, that it's not fixed. These are variable. They go up, they go down, they go up, they go down, right? So understand that. But this lending and borrowing is being incentivized with the RFLR in addition to the APYs. In addition, right? Supply APY, 0. What is it saying here? 0.07%. Distribution APY, 4.49%. RFLR, 4.49%. So that's a good lend and borrow there. Again, RFLR. Yep. So yeah, yeah. You have to really evaluate this. These are, to me, they're both great, especially if if you're in a position to borrow. I would recommend less than 30% LTV. Getting started, initial early days. So that's made up mostly here of our FLR rewards, okay? In this 4.56%. So understand that. And the borrow thing is very, very interesting. This is minus 236. So I'm pretty sure that is they're paying you to borrow. So that is really, that's good. Overall, very, very good. Um, lending, lending is not liquidity pool, which can be subject to impermanent loss if you don't understand how that works and stuff like that. Yeah, $24 million or 8.7 million. That kind of right. That kind of says a lot, right? But you got to make your own decision. If you understand how liquidity pools work, you have to be able to make your own decision, right? So, TVL, 24-hour volume. Um, so yeah. So right, 100 something in fees. Yeah, early days of this liquidity pool, these numbers are going to change. I think personally, for me, the firelight activity, the institutions getting in, changing those metrics on SparkDex will be a clear signal for me um, to get into the liquidity pool. So for now, I'm lending, not borrowing, just lending over at Kinetic for now. So that's kind of where I am personally. But I've been doing DeFi for a minute, as the kids like to say. So yeah, that's kind of where I am there. I know a lot of people with the FXRP are waiting on. Um, you're welcome, J Dell. Waiting on Firelight. What do I want here? Want Zoom? So just a little heads up. Uh-oh. B says, your boy got stomped out in the Jewel SFLR pool. Yeah. I tried the liquidity locker feature literally 3 days in and out of range since then. Yeah, I hear you, bro. Yeah. Yeah. I locked the liquidity up in one of those things too, but mine was pretty sure was the SFLR, WFLR pool. Right. Peter's the small RFLR rewards. Yep. Yep. For kinetic, right? It's different than for sure the liquidity pool, right? And so the challenge of people, right? You got to understand the liquidity pools, how they work, right? You got to understand that. But you got ranges, right? You got ranges. You got the custom ranges there. That's the other thing. You got nice custom ranges over in SparkDex. I don't know if it's going to let me do it. Let me see here. But 3% on the fee now, Peter Summers. It was less than 1% when I was in it. So 3%, right? So that's RFLR is, it's kind of like coming, you get the initial, but then it's kind of like coming, next month and then next month and then next month and then next month. But the fees, the percentage fees, that's now, right? That's right. You're going to get that daily, weekly, monthly, whatever. You can extract right then and there, right? You're not waiting for the next RFLR to kick or the next RFLR to kick or the next FLR to kick, right? So 3%, pretty good. I bet you if I run those numbers again, I get a different evaluation, but uh, we'll see. I'll let you guys know tomorrow. I'm going to run it again tonight. Let's go to SparkDex. Let's go back to the got the volume, TVL, liquidity. See, 136 bucks for fees. Right? That's not a ton of fees. 24 hours. So, let me go right here to the farm. But so you have to understand how the things work, right? If you're going to get into it. This 3% is, again, I'm going to evaluate that again. I'm telling you, it's less than 1% day one. So having this fee here is good. And I think this is only going to get better uh, in the coming months, years, whatever. This one, just got to tell you, this, this one right now is the truth over here. Um, but yeah, so yeah, we got to give it some time to grow, but it's up to 3.13% now. So that's good. Um, yeah, that's good. And I bet you a lot of people don't know it's 3% now. I'm telling you, initial day, initial hour, I got into the thing pretty much as soon as it launched. There was, it's less than 1%. So 3% here, yeah, it's good. Plus 3.13% it's good. It's good. That is good. So yeah, at the 140,000 daily, that's pretty, RFLR. So know the numbers, know how to use it. Again, early days. Flare DeFi is, in my opinion, still early days. So a new liquidity pool on a new DeFi ecosystem, all these things spell new to me, right? Right. So you just got to understand that. Um, this is just a killer liquidity pool. I know we're trying to, we want more liquidity in the FXRP USDT zero. This is a killer liquidity pool right here. This is pretty killer right here. Pretty killer, pretty killer. Because it's multi-incentive. It's pretty killer right there. Just saying. Not financial advice. Don't do anything because some dude on YouTube is saying anything. But yeah, come hang out on Patreon if you want to learn Flare DeFi. It's patreon.com/golf whiskey mastermind, where we talk and discuss these different ideas and techniques for liquidity pool. If you want to learn DeFi and other ecosystems, I'll do coaching for that, one-on-one coaching, walk you through everything, wallet setups, all of it to do DeFi and other ecosystems. But Patreon for Flare DeFi and and figuring out how to get yourself out of the credit card debt, the mortgage debt, and learning to rid yourself of decades of unnecessary interest. We do that in the Patreon. In the Patreon as well. This Tuesday, we'll be doing live with the guys over at MoneyMax to get educated, learn this technology. It's phenomenal with the capital F for phenomenal. It's really, really, really good stuff. Let me share something here real quick. show you what it is if you'd like to hop on. Let me find it. All right, let me share real quick. I keep hitting the wrong thing here. Let me share that so you guys can come hang out with us this Tuesday. Really liking this technology from the Money Max account. It's just phenomenal stuff. All right, so this is the description of this current live stream. You scroll down just underneath. Thanks for watching the channel. Right here it says debt and interest eliminator technology. Click here to learn more. Click that link right there. It'll take you to a page to leave your name, number, email, phone number, register for the live event. Go hang out, watch the live event. And during the live event, they're going to give you an opportunity to get your own personal financial assessment of your personal situation for free. Right? They'll give you the opportunity to do that. And then they'll get back with you in a day or so to tell you kind of where you sit and where you can improve and how you could do this and all the different things like that. We did it. It was awesome to see, for sure. And yeah, it was outstanding. And I know people don't want to have personal assessment. People don't want to, take a look at that, right? They don't want to, right? I know. People don't want to, oh, how much am I doing there? What am I doing? Oh, and what? Oh, I did not know I was paying that much. I'm paying that much interest on this card. I know it's tough, but the sooner that you know, the better you can fix the issue, because you don't have an income problem, you don't have a debt problem, you have an interest problem. The banking people, they hire the best of smart peoples to figure out ways to extract more and more money from you. That's what they do. You have to learn how to flip that to your advantage. Because right now, with credit cards and home mortgages and car loans, it's leveraged against you. It's leveraged against you. And so you need a tool or technology for you to be doing the leveraging, right? Right. And the mortgages saving 75% or more, around 75% home mortgage interest. That's a ton. 75%, right? Up to 75%. So yeah, get that personal free assessment. Only way to do that is click the link here. Come hang out Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Central Time. Get any questions that you answer in the live chat. And then they'll give you an opportunity to get your own personal free assessment. They'll send you something. You can start that process there in a day or so. After that, they'll get together with you to kind of let you know, kind of what's kind of eating up the cash flow, right? Right. You'll learn what's actually eating up the cash flow, right? And most likely it's the interest. It's killing people. People don't understand how it works because we've been all trained and conditioned to focus on the payment and the interest rate. That's the challenge. We have been conditioned. I don't want to use the word misinformed. I don't want to go conspiracy, but listen, we have been conditioned to think about the interest rate, and to think about the payment that you can afford. What are the car dealership people first thing they ask you? What kind of payment you looking? What kind of payment are you looking to get into? Right? They don't tell you about how that interest is calculated. They don't tell you that. Right? So get educated. Click the link here. Get educated. Learn. Get your own personal free assessment. Then decide for yourself if it's worth saving all that interest. So that it is there. I wanted to share that with you guys. I'm getting ready for my ball game, fam. I'm getting ready for my ball game. my boys, my boys are getting ready to do their thing. That's right, Peter Summers. That's exactly right, my friend. That's exactly right. That was my assessment. Yeah, that was my assessment. Just, um, it's early days in the liquidity pool. Hopefully they get better, but I think the spark for liquidity pools, the spark on Spark Dex for this particular liquidity pool is going to be Firelight. That's what I believe. But that other liquidity pool that I highlighted there, I don't want to, I don't want to highlight too much because I don't want you guys to say I'm telling you to do something. But that other one, whoo, man, that's a nice one. That is a nice one for sure. So, um, yeah, there it is. Me too, Peter Summers. I miss being able to use Binance Global. Yeah, I hear you, bro. So, so there that is, fam. There it is. Just wanted to let you know about that. Hit me up if you got any questions. Again, the Patreon is patreon.com/golf whiskey mastermind. Let's do Flare DeFi together, my friend. Let's do DeFi together. Flare DeFi for sure. Hang out on Patreon, make that happen. Yeah, Hydro. I saw that. What happened? I don't know. Was that is that is that to go to the World Series or the American thing? I saw that. My boys, my New York Yankees went down. They went down. All right, for you. Bam. Again, thanks so much for hanging out. Do me a favor, if you didn't get a chance to hit that like button on the way in, please do so on the way out. That'd be awesome. It helps to get the channel out to more people. It's important because we need a new 1%. There's people hanging out right now on YouTube who don't know the new financial system, a new asset class is being built right underneath their noses, and that the world is announcing the valuable assets within that system. The world is right. The world's largest market is announcing the most valuable assets in that system. Oh, really? That's to go to the championship series, the World Series. Nice. Congrats to the Jays, man. Congrats. Took down my boys. I mean, they keep saying the Yankees are going to get there, and they don't end up getting there, man. I don't know. Interesting. So, yeah, do me a favor, hit that like button. That's the way. Again, we need a new 1% in a big time way. And hitting the like button helps to get the channel out to more people so they can learn more about this new financial system and the valuable assets within that new financial system. And if you happen to be in that 55% or so of people that are hanging out, listening to and watching the Crypto Seeds, do me a favor. If you've been enjoying those hangouts, please consider subscribing to the channel. And don't forget to ring that notification bell, baby, so that you know whenever we go live or whenever we upload a video. I'm going to end this one like I do all my videos and remind you guys of this. Old money doesn't want you to win. But that's okay, though, because you and I, we're already winning. And I would ask you to consider this or perhaps ponder the idea or notion of living your life permissionless. I'll talk to you guys soon. See ya.